What's up guys, I'm Ethan.
I'm George.
And this is Power Ranger Paintball. So basically what our channel is we're going to be targeting newbies and just fellow paintballers around the world who would like to learn a little bit more about the sport so we can help help it spread.
You know, help spread their paintball gospel. So we'll be doing reviews on mostly mid-range to lower-end markers because we're going to focus on the newbies, but we also, you know, those mid-range guns, there's always a lot of discussion about those. So that's why we're going to focus in on those two. We're also going to do reviews on like our grills, which you can see here. We've got a rotor, Pinocchio, a ton of gear for you guys to review for you guys, you know, just so you can get some insight on what you want to buy and what's good to buy, what's not good to buy, what's the pros and cons of everything.
And like we said earlier, we really are going to try to target the noobs because we love helping the sport grow, and that's where the sport starts. You know, you got to get those newbies in, you got to get them play, you got to teach them. It really doesn't hurt, and it's so much fun because it's the best sport in the world.
Yeah, so the goal of the channel is to grow paintball. You know, we're not in this for sponsorships. Not like we're gonna get any. We're not in this to like take down Tech PV. We're in this to spread paintball, and because we love it so much and we want to see it grow. So with that, we'll get into the Axe and the Proton, which are two mid-level guns. The Axe is priced at $460 stock, you know, normal color. Proton, $325 normal color stock.
What's up guys, this is the Axe right here. As you can see, it's actually unanodized, so when you would get this in the box, it'd be a different color. Obviously it has ano on it, but this has been sanded down because I'm going to custom anodize it. Probably gold or chrome, one of those colors. And this is not the stock barrel, this is a di-ultralight barrel, so this obviously would not come with its stock. So, I'd like to start out talking about its design. It really is it's not like the Mini, because a lot of people say the Axe is the Mini's older brother, which is true. And it's really big for guys, sort of big hands, not really. And I like holding it because I hate the Mini. I think the Mini's really crunched and smushed in. But the Axe is like larger grip frame with a nice trigger and a nice foregrip right here. And first let's start off with the key features that it has on it. Right here you got your on and off ASA flip switch, really easily, really nice, really helpful. And what that does is when you air up your gun, you flip on the ASA, airs up right away in about couple seconds, and then you flip it off, and this is great. Instead of having to go dry fire it in the shooting range when you're done playing, it automatically degasses the gun when you're done, so that's fantastic. I love that. Also, the trigger here is really nice. Trigger with a magnet with a micro switch in the middle, in here, right up there. And it's really nice, really smooth. I love it. I think it's the best trigger I've ever had. Like, I've ever tried. I've shot some DMs and some egos and stuff like that, and I love this trigger. I would never trade it for anything. You got a clamping feed neck right here, you know, really good, solid. You can change it around, tighten it, loosen it, whatever you want. Then you got your toolless bolt removal system. So what you do is you push this little button, you turn it a couple times, and out comes the bolt. I upgraded the bolt to a lurker bolt, which is fantastic. You can lower the PSI to make it run at about 160, 150 PSI, so it's really smooth. It's great, it has the spring right here. You know, take it out, lube it when you're done playing, it's great. Get that back in. And also, I'd like to talk about the foregrip. You know, turn on the gun, you got a button right over here, you just push it, boom, it's on. I don't have a battery in it right now, so I can't do that. Overall, really great gun. You got all the regular modes, you know, PSP, NXL, ramping, semi, all that kind of stuff. It's tournament legal, has tournament lock modes, everything you could ever want in a gun. It's fantastic. I would definitely pick one up if I were you. Try to get it used if you can, because you can get some really great deals on these. They're not running for too much. They're like $300, $250. Fantastic guns. I love it. Alright, thank you.
Alright guys, so today we got the Valken Proton. Obviously, it's not brand new to me, but it's about a month old. So this is what the box comes in. You know, just basic cutout foam. It's not, you know, it's not like Planet Eclipse. You're not gonna get a great gun case that you're gonna keep forever. I just keep this in case I ever want to resell it. Comes with a Valken barrel stock, which these are actually really solid barrel stocks. I love them. Definitely, you know, love them. You know. Also, you know, you got a rebuild kit. It's got a couple O-rings, D10 springs, you know, so that's good. Also, got your Allens, and then, of course, I have my Allens in here. So, stock barrel, it's, on A&S, they say it's a 14-inch, but really I think it's about a 12-inch, because when I put my ultralight on it, this is smaller. So, comes with an on-off ASA. It turns in like this, and then you just turn it in, airs up, because the reg's inside, and you undo it, and it actually doesn't come out all the ways. I've seen some guns that do that, and that doesn't really make sense. The trigger, that's the one con with this. It's got a really stiff trigger pull, so if you play in, a semi-auto tournament, or you have to play in semi-auto at your field, you're going to have a tough time walking the trigger. But what I did to solve that is I took the spring out. Otherwise, it's really good. It feels great in the hands, especially with these grips. They're contoured for both left or righty, so you're not going to have to worry about that if you're one of the rare lefties in paintball. The on-off button is in the grip frame, and if we zoom in, you see you would think that you would hit it while playing, but push it in, and that turns it on. But this doesn't happen because it's really hard to see, but there's this little green O-ring right here, and that prevents it from, like, when you hit it, you have to actually apply a ton of force. Like, see? I'm hitting it all day, it's not coming out. The buttons, 2 buttons right here to change it. This is to turn off your eyes. This is to change the mode. You have semi, 3-round burst, full auto at 10 DPS, ramping 1 and ramping 2, and you can edit those settings and they ramp to the max rate of fire. Clamping feed neck, it's adjusted with an Allen screw right there, which is really good, so your hopper's not going to fall off. Also, the bolt is toolless. If you make it toolless, you can obviously tighten it with your Allen, or you can just use this. And I personally just like it toolless. It's a little hard to unscrew because you gotta turn it a lot, as you see. But otherwise, great bolt. Doesn't chop paint, especially in the winter. That's a big problem, and I've never chopped paint with this. This is a bolt right here. Pretty, basic spool bolt. We're used to all these O-rings. I think there's about 6 O-rings on here. So that's the bolt. Now the stock barrel, as I said, is a 12-inch. It's got a decent amount of porting in the front. But for the most part, it's a throwaway barrel. It's nice to have, but personally, I would put your own barrel on it, because that's, it's not as accurate. I put a diultralight on there. This gun shoots great. For the price point, it's a really good. You can get them $325. You can find them on sale. New sometimes for around $300, $275. And if you're a new player, this is great because it has PSP3 mode, which is personally one of my favorite modes. Because, like I said, the trigger, you can't walk it. And that's a turnoff for a lot of people. But in PSP3 mode, what it does is it does 3 shots of semi-auto, then it goes into 3-round burst. So why I like that is, if you're using an axe or any other gun, when you're walking the trigger, you're going to only be at about, 3 BPS when you're not, right on somebody. And that's what the 3-round burst does. So it acts just like you're walking the trigger, and then you can pull it really fast and make it basically go full auto. So you can be in semi, 3-round, and then full auto with that mode. And that's one of the reasons I really love my Proton.
Alright guys, so this is the Empire Axe, and that's the Valken Proton. You guys, it's really personal preference. What I do is go out to your local pro shop and feel whatever one feels better in your hands. You really can't go wrong. I mean, the Valken Proton has that trigger problem, but besides that, it's really a fantastic gun. I know how much George here really look forward to playing with it. So that's about it for our show, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please post comments, subscribe, everything like that. I mean, we're a new YouTube channel, so we could really use that help. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you next time.